And Mr. Effie, what we're going to be looking at today?
Business market strategy and financial protection, if we get there.
Especially we're in a world where human beings are self-indulgent. When things become too hard, they're quick to give up. You know, when there are strict principles to live by, like you said, we try to make our own way of doing things, but God doesn't work like that.
The fact is that there are principles that transcends time. You know, we can decide to do what we want, but it doesn't change the fact that what brings about success.
When you see like the jokes about Gen Z, like my generation, you see a lot of, they kind of, in the workplace, they'll victimize themselves and think, oh, well, this is not right. Oh, the boss is toxic.
We're looking at market strategies. There's 9 points.
Yes.
So just for you to say, why is this so important? How we doing, Robust family? And we have a show coming up now, and I know you're gonna love it. But before we continue, can I ask you all to just do me a small favor? I need you to give a robust smash to that like and subscribe button. It helps us a lot, and it makes sure that you do not miss a breakfast show beat. Do it right now. Click that button, and I'll see you in the show. See you in a sec. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's that time. This is your breakfast show. I'm your host, Robert Ashite, your robust presenter. And I'm going to be with you from now, woo, goodness, until the next 2 hours with that vim, gusto, determination for you to start your day right. And as you can tell by the interesting effects, this morning we have our lady of sound, the one, the only, is Kathleen here in the Catnam. Good morning to you, Kathleen.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Are you ready to face the day, Kat?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was being inspired this morning?
It's good.
27 minutes being inspired. I'm sure you're almost levitating.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great to have you with us. And as you can see there in the background, the man of justice himself, the Cape Crusader, it's Lucas. Good morning to you, Luke. Put the mic over to the guy. Yeah, how you doing, Lucas?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How you finding this first week being here on the breakfast show with us?
I've really enjoyed it.
You've enjoyed it? That's good. Because at first I was getting worried about you, you know? Because you do this thing like where you like cushion up against the wall, be like, I'm Batman. You know, and I'm like, he's still with us. He's still with us, you know. But you're good. I can see you coming forward now. This is good. It's a bit of a shock, I know, but you're awesome. You're awesome, dude. Thank you. You bless me. Absolutely. And also joining us in the studio, the one, the only, she's returned back. She's going to be chiming in today. It's my niece, the one and only Jovina Shinapel. Good morning to you, Jovina. Look at you. That one there.
Hi.
Nicely. How you been?
I've been good.
Yeah, look, I'm seeing you glowing. You're glowing. You don't have that UK look.
Oh, no.
Just like glowing. Look, there's this radiance. Radiance is coming from your face, like just radiance. Yeah, you went on holiday.
Yes.
You're going to tell us all about it because your experience with time, space being relative and time zones and on New Year's Eve.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yes.
But you all good?
Yes, I am good.
All right. And now we're going to go straight into it, guys. We have returning back for the first time in 2025, sharing with us in how to get funding for your business idea and balancing faith and success. It's Mr. Effie. Good morning to you, Mr. Effie. Hey.
Good morning, Lisa.
Oh. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Effie?
I'm well, very well.
Yes, it's great to have you with us. I feel very chilled when I see you. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Because my mind, not my mind, but usually I just, you know, but like there are people in my life that just help me keep grounded. You know.
Well, I think it's the energy. Maybe we.
Yeah, it's like that.
So we synchronize well.
Absolutely.
It's good.
So how have you been, Mr. Effie?
Well. New year, and it's good. We are doing business. You know, it's a business plan, so it's the right time, isn't it? But we started last year.
Yes.
So which is good, isn't it?
Yes, that sounds good, isn't it, Jovina?
Yes.
Yeah,
And we didn't plan it like that.
No, we didn't.
It
We
was
didn't.
good
So there was like a warm up,
Exactly.
and now we're kind of like ready to execute.
Yes.
Guys, this is a very interesting point, right? Because we've got a whole 12 months ahead of us, which go very quickly. And I think even in the service in our help centers, we spoke about how the year can go so fast. And if we don't plan and be really intentional, it will just fly by.
honestly. We need to take control of time.
Absolutely. And speaking of taking control of time, guys, guess what? We're going to move on to the next part of our show. I'm going to do the introductions. I always do the introductions, but we understand here in the Breakfast Show that introductions can be distractive. So first thing we're going to do right now is we're going to go into our new segment, which we start the Breakfast Show with, which is 50 tips to shield your faith with Bishop Macedo. All right, so we're going to go into tip number... What tip is it today, Kat?
It is tip number 45.
Tip number
which
45.
is sacrifice.
All right, tip number 45, which is sacrifice. A big word in the family of the universal family, right? And we're going to be looking at this one today. So tip number 45, you said, Kat, yeah? All right, tip number 45, sacrifice. So let's see what Bishop Macedo has to say here. He says, the Bible teaches that God's kingdom is taken by force. Matthew 11:12. No one said it would be easy. It demands self-denial, courage, and a willingness to do battle. God doesn't seek out perfect people to use. He looks for people who surrender their all, fight with all their strength, and have nothing to lose. And this is quite, how can I say, it's different than the kind of faith that we're taught nowadays. You know, nowadays anything goes. Nowadays people do what they think, do what they feel. But God is saying, you know what, to be part of my kingdom, it must be all. There's no mixing, there's no matching, there's no doing it your way. But if you want God's all, we have to give our all to Him. Right, Effie?
Yes, definitely. It's the fact is that there are principles that transcends time. You know, we can decide to do what we want, but it doesn't change the fact that what brings about success. So these are the principles that bring about success. And I know people keep on saying, you know, a lot of youths are changing, workforce is changing, but at the end of the day, those who will succeed are those who are ready to sacrifice. Yes, especially now with AI, you know, coming up. It's those who really think and are ready to make a difference. If not, AI will replace a lot of...
It's true.
So sacrifice is the key.
So sacrifice is involved in our personal life, productive life, spiritual life, especially we're in a world where human beings are self-indulgent. When things become too hard, they're quick to give up. You know, when there are strict principles to live by, like we said, we try to make our own way of doing things, but God doesn't work like that. I mean, being a young lady in this environment, sacrifice, you know, coming in this world, how tough is that?
I think there was one line where it said a willingness to do battle. And I think when you see like the jokes about Gen Z, like my generation, you see a lot of, they kind of, in the workplace, they'll victimize themselves and think, oh, well, this is not right. Oh, the boss is toxic. Oh, the work environment, you know, is not good enough for me. But some of them, they don't necessarily have that willingness to do battle, as it says there, to see what's coming ahead and think, okay, I need to overcome this, and there's no easy way around it.
And also to go by a standard, a requirement.
Yes. So not to compromise the standards that are expected of them. I think not just my generation, but a lot of people nowadays, they kind of are going through that. And as the tip of today is, there's only one way, and that's through sacrifice. But if you sacrifice and you do it as you're supposed to, you will get the results that you're supposed to get.
There we go. So we have the original principles which require sacrifice, and we have the mindset that the world is in right now. This is it, and Bishop Macedo is saying that this is God's principle. So if we want God, let's live by His principle. Let's not accommodate our minds to what's happening around us in the world. And for sure, we'll do battle, and we're gonna win. All right, that was our tip for today, guys, and this is great. It's great. I love it. One tip for a day. This is fantastic, guys. All right, and let's take this to heart and let's work this thing. All right, so that was our tip for today. Let's get this show on the road. When we come back, we're gonna go straight into it today. And Mr. Effie, what we're gonna be looking at today?
business market strategy and financial projection. If we get there,
If we get
we have about
We're going enough time.
seven topics. On
Wow.
market
We're
strategy.
gonna open it up, isn't it? So look, market strategy, that's a huge one, right?
Yes.
Right? I think this affects everybody, right?
Yes, it does. It does. If you don't have a market strategy, you're just
Punching the air.
yeah. You just it's like when they say failing to plan is planning to fail.
Wow. I've actually got a video about that.
Oh,
Everything just connects together today. You see it there, Kat. You see it there. It's,
Wow,
in there. It's all in there. It's all in there. So actually, we're going to play one of those videos and just basically on this particular subject. And it was about fail to plan to fail. It's a nice little animation piece, but it has a very strong story to it. Check this out before we go to our timeout.
A human, an orc, and an elf were stranded on an island. They decided to build a house for shelter, but they couldn't get along, so they part ways and build their own houses separately. The brute orc decided to cut trees and construct a wooden house near the beach. The elf gathered vines and sticks and built a tree house high in the canopy. The human walked deep in the jungle to find a more suitable place to build his house. After a week, the orc and the elf finished their shelters, while the human was still working on his. Another week passed, and a violent storm arrived. The orc's house was quickly destroyed by the powerful waves. The elf's house was struck by lightning, burning it to the ground. Without shelter, the two looked for the human to seek refuge. When they arrived, they saw a house made of stones, standing strong through the storm, away from the waves and unaffected by lightning. They realized that without proper planning, even diligent efforts can fail against obstacles.
There you have it. Drop it like it's hot, right? Everyone did what they know, but the human went deeper in the foliage, took a little bit more time, but he made sure he was very strategic, right, Mr. Effie?
Exactly, and that is it. As you were speaking, and I was just thinking that, to be honest, we have the template to succeed, but that human element is always it's like, honestly,
it's in the
that's
way.
why our worst enemy is ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
We want to do it our way, and we get
Set on fire or
Getting problems.
hit by rain or struck by lightning. So you can see. So that's really powerful. So we're going to go more into it today, guys. Let's make sure we are not a casualty on this journey of pursuing success and keeping our faith balanced. And today we're looking at marketing strategies, right?
Yes, we shouldn't forget it's the business plan. So
Yes.
it's the content of the business plan, the topics in the business plan. So now we've done the executive summary, we did the market analysis. Now we're going to see if we can cover marketing strategy and financial projections. But we have 9 points to look at in marketing strategy.
So there's 9 points in a marketing strategy.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is important because many times people have a really good idea and they engage and do all this activity, but the activity, even though they know all this activity, nobody knows about them. Nobody knows about their products, right?
Exactly.
Nobody knows that their product exists. I've fallen victim to this, so I'm going to be paying very, very close attention to this subject matter today, guys. So make sure, and if you've got any questions, you want to chime into the conversation, you could do so on the live chat. Oh, sorry, before I forget, so speaking about the live chat, it's become customary here on the Breakfast Show. We actually get a very nice good morning message from Annabelle. All right, before you go into it, Mr. Effie. All right, so Annabelle over in Newcastle has this to say.
Look at the marketing strategy.
So there's 9 points in a marketing strategy.
Annabelle?
Okay. No, that was. You know when you've been watching the Breakfast Show for too long, you start to sound like each other. All right, here we go.
Hello, hello, hello. Buenos dias, the Breakfast Show. Hi guys, good morning. It's Annabelle from Newcastle. I hope everyone is okay. I'm on my way to work. I can't wait to listen what Mr. Effie got ready for us today. So yeah, I'm gonna be listening to the radio. Have a lovely day. Bye.
God bless you, Annabelle. You're awesome. Have a great day to you too. Hey, just a quick interruption. I know you're enjoying the show, but don't forget, if you haven't already, robustly smash the like and subscribe button. Do it now. Do it now. So, Mr. Effie, as you said, we're looking at market strategies. There's 9 points.
Yes.
So just for you to say, why is this so important?
Well, you need to know how to market your product or your service. You know, that's very, very important. As one of the examples we know, one of the great success of Coca-Cola is their marketing strategy. It's not necessarily the product. I'm sure, you know, we have a marketer here today with us.
Yeah.
I'm sure she has all the history. So you can imagine, we all know Coca-Cola apparently is not that good for our health.
It's true.
But they managed to...
Yeah, they managed to market it in a way where you're not thinking that this used to be a toilet detergent.
Yeah.
But no, you go to a family gathering, where's the Coca-Cola? Where's the...
Give me a bottle.
You go to a wedding, there's no Coca-Cola. You know what problem that would be. You really know what problem that would be.
And you know, I think this is so important because, like, I've always loved Pepsi. Pepsi has always, for me personally, like, I don't drink it like crazy or anything like now, but Pepsi always tasted better. You know, it's like I thought Burger King was always the better, more wholesome quality burger, but both companies got outdone by the competition's marketing. So that says a lot. It's changed our culture.
Marketing is big, you know. It's huge because they can just drive your... In a way, they tend to dictate your taste, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time when I think you was here the last time, and I was flicking through something on a newspaper, and after I saw the advert. Oh, they've done it again.
Wow.
Marketing.
But do you know how powerful this is? Because before, when you would open up a newspaper in the tube, you would have the vouchers for that 1.99 meal that now no longer exists.
That's
They don't
right.
do that anymore.
They don't do that anymore. No.
Wow.
But guess what? Everyone has great memories about it. So now you're flicking through because they know that no one's now looking in the newspaper to find those vouchers.
Yeah.
But they're still going to advertise, and they're going to do it with something new, which is their app,
That's crazy.
where you can get even more deals.
Yeah, 3 epic deals every Monday on the
Monday.
McDonald's app. And last time they just showed a big picture of a giant burger, and I was just like, minding my own business, like, okay, what can we show on the breakfast show? I was like, I'm going to McDonald's. That afternoon, I went, got my card. I found the nearest McDonald's. I went there, I paid. They got me in the store while I was in Finsbury Park, like 20 miles away. So I get it.
No, marketing it's key. You know, it has to do with, you know, even the smell of the product.
Yes.
People don't realize hotels, cars, they spend millions on to get the right smell.
Yeah.
So you think, oh, it smells new. No, they made it smell.
So what you're going to show with us today is good for this person who they have an idea, right?
Yes.
To get traction, for people to know about it. Someone probably who's got a product, business or service, and it's like, okay, I want people to know more about me, how to keep me in their memory so I can hook them from where I am in one place of London or the UK or Africa or somewhere to get them interested in my product. So this is good for everybody who wants to have reach.
Yes. For example, Annabelle's executive summary, I liked it.
Adiola.
No, Annabelle as
Oh,
well.
the first one, yeah.
Annabelle. Adiola did as well.
It's the second one, yeah.
That's the second one. That's the one that has to do with basically career between 16 and 25. Annabelle's one is the crochet, which is quite good. It's summarized properly, but you see how the business plan works. So that was the taster. So now we need to know, okay, Annabelle, how are you going to sell your crochet? How are you going to market it? How are you going to get it to the right to the right audience? So that's the next. So that's what we are doing today.
Okay.
So it's good, you see. So now we have participants, and they will be looking. Okay, Res, I can do this. I can make this product. I can provide this service. But how am I going to get it to the right target audience? So the market research will give me that.
Fantastic. All right, let's kick it off, Mr. Effie. So number one.
It's
So,
market
so there's how many points to this?
9.
9 points. Okay, paper and pen, guys. You know what time it is. I'm old school guy, so I like paper. I work with paper. That's how I do.
So I can briefly just say the 9 points here, which is market research, target audience, competitive analysis, unique selling proposition, marketing channels, pricing strategy, sales strategy, customer retention, performance metrics. Yeah, those are the 9.
Beautiful. All right, so take us to the first one, which is market.
Yes, marketing strategy. So you need to understand your target market. You know, industry trends and customer needs. So basically, who are you marketing your product to? If it's, let's use Annabelle's example, you know, crochet. Who do we think would want that sort of clothing?
Yeah, because that's quite niche, isn't it?
Crochet.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So you see, so she can be good at it, but she needs to know. I'm sure that's why she needs to do the research. She needs to now do, you know, and the good thing now is that we have data. You know, with AI, you can buy feasibility studies online. Yes, you can actually buy feasibility studies from consultants, you know, which cost about maybe $2,000. You can purchase the feasibility on the industry you are going into.
Okay, that's why they hack my phone and give me all those privacy things to tick.
So,
thanks.
And maybe you don't even need to pay for that, because researching online, information now is readily available. It's not like in the past. Now information is available. In fact, some companies, their marketing strategy is to be a place to go for information, and that they can use that to sell their product. So they believe in that. Today is not 2025 with AI, with technology. It's people. You want people to come to you for information. So there are people giving that information free in order to get you as part of their client. Maybe they were selling something else, but they want you to be part of their database. So they are ready to give you information. So they create a place where you can go, and it's a hub for information. So what I'm trying to say, get at that information is readily available. It's not as difficult as it used to be. So we shouldn't be scared to get information, details, data. You don't need to pay, you know, you don't need to pay much to get information. So
I've just realized something from what you're saying. I'm a participant to give them that data. So many times we hear about Facebook and all these other industries that capture your information. We hear about Google storing our information because now the currency is information, right? And we participate in it without realizing it. So when we hear about it, we're like, oh no, why are they doing that? But we can actually use that information the same way they have information on us. We can use it for ourselves as well to put out what we want to do.
That's it. So it's not now. You want to be most companies, they want to be the go-to place for information, and they're ready to give it to you free. So that's why our business plan will be more detailed and robust than it used to be, and we'll get better information. So all these numbers, you may be able to get it from the national statistics as well. So understanding your target market. So again, we love the idea. We love the executive summary of Annabelle, for example, even for Diola as well. But now, this is the question that will be, okay, let's see. How do we market? Who is our target audience? Then we need to do research. It's not our industry, so we don't know yet. So we need to now do the research to say, okay, who will buy this product? You know, will it be babies, mothers? They want customized baby with maybe
Yeah.
You know, with their brand, with their names.
Yeah.
You know, how is it a niche market? How are you going to price it, for example? So that is very important. Understanding your
market.
Your market.
And here's something interesting as well. If you're going to chime into that, Jovina. Like, so maybe someone has an industry that they're working in now or a product, and they're hearing you. They haven't decided to do a market research. They haven't. They've literally maybe had their success somewhat organically, but now they can be, how can I say, they can get deeper roots in their marketplace for people they didn't reach before, just by doing a market research, if they haven't utilized this already, you know. So maybe, you know, the person listening, they've probably done well already, but they can actually go a step deeper to get more customers, to reach a new clientele just with this market research.
Exactly. That's why you see companies that we thought, you remember Nike, their marketing was way ahead, but now it's different.
Yeah.
So at the time when they were top, we thought, wow, it's just them. You know what I mean? So it's important that you also know the trend as well, because especially now is the time that it's quite fluid. Things are changing all the time. You need to always get data. Data is king. There are companies that are buying purchasing other companies just for the data, just for the information.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is scary, Jovina. What world are you growing up in?
Well, I'd say this world, as Mr. Effie is saying, information is available pretty much anywhere. And sometimes you're thinking, oh, but I don't really understand data like that. But sometimes data can be, for example, TikTok. TikTok has an insights website. Not many people know about it. But it literally says like, oh, 2.3% of our viewers watch this type of content. And sometimes you're thinking, but what does that have to do with me? But for example, if you were saying how to expand someone who's got like a business that they did this without a marketing strategy. So Annabelle, she wanted to do crochet like clothing, right? So as Mr. Effie said, you could go down the route of baby wear, because, you know, new mothers, they want to do everything. So that's one, you know, market you could start researching about. Another pathway could be going down the eczema route, or, you know, people who have skin conditions, psoriasis. And how would you then make your product suitable to that type of market audience? No, target audience, sorry. Or you could go down the route of luxury. So the customer who now wants, I don't know, crocheted cashmere or crocheted wool or that type of thing. So different, or another route could be workshops, like not just selling your clothes, but then teaching people how to crochet. So you need
Which
to
could
think,
be a therapy.
yes,
Well being.
there you go. So
I hope
that's why,
Annabelle is listening, because she's getting a lot of
so that's why you need to think about what route would you like to go down, because there's so many different outtakes you could do. But once you've found that niche that you're like, okay, I'm passionate about this, I'm going to now invest in this, research it properly, you know, really, you know, make it your own. That's where you can then really establish the brand. Because maybe you have a brand that sells, you know, crocheted clothing, however, that's not, you know, massively memorable. But if you were a crocheting brand that did therapy about you know, workshops that where you learn how to crochet, that's something completely different.
Wow, Annabelle. It's like, have you got a think tank working for you this morning?
This is very good, because I'm just so excited for her, because she has, I'm sure her mind will just blow up now, because with ideas. So industry trends. Now we are in in time of well-being, wellness,
Yes.
therapy,
Yes.
mental health. So that could be a big. I'm just saying, that could be doing classes for people who want to be, because crochet, I'm sure it helps mental health. I'm sure it helps well-being. I'm sure it helps wellness, and you learn a skill as well, and it becomes a hobby.
You just made me think of some content from lots of some live streaming content now for what I do. This is interesting.
Yeah. Because sometimes you think, oh, I'm in this industry and this is the industry I'm stuck in. But sometimes it's that niche of developing it to your target audience, because there's so many people out there who are, invested and attracted to, watching or participating in different things. So actually getting to know the people who would buy your product can actually change your brand.
Okay. This is interesting,
Exactly.
guys.
Yeah.
So you see how the business plan is coming to life. When we see it, we think, oh, why do I need a business plan? But if you think about it, so we're talking here now, market strategy. So in that market strategy, one of the points we are dealing with now is market research. And in market research, is understanding your target audience.
Yes.
Market, understanding your target market, industry trends, which we need to see. Now we know the trend. Obviously, we've not done the research, but obviously you will do the research to make sure that what we are saying is, as a matter, is fact. But we know we are in a time of mental health, wellness, therapy. So, and crochet is
it's quite therapeutic.
Yes, So maybe you would have thought, oh, babies, mothers don't want that anymore. Just for example, let's say the data, you come back and say, no, mothers don't want that anymore for kids. The market is dead. But why not make it into...
Yeah, and it even makes sense, because if you were to go... The great thing about market research is it teaches you. So maybe you thought initially, oh, mothers, they would love this for their baby. But maybe nowadays, mothers, they want, Nike on their kids.
Exactly.
They want, branded clothing where they can post it on Instagram and everyone's like, oh, he's so cute, she's so cute. But then you're thinking, so how can I sell this crochet? But there's so many other forms. And again, as we were saying, like, I'm really invested with this therapeutic crocheting.
Exactly.
Invite me to one.
So it's the sub points here are understanding your target market, industry trend, and customer needs.
Yes.
You see, so you see, when you see this, you think, oh, I don't need it. But now you can see here with this crochet, you have a skill.
Yeah.
You do the research. The research leads you to, oh, okay. Just for example, it's not a, please, what we are saying now is not as if we're just giving examples here. Let's say mothers don't need anymore for children, and that was the big market at the time. As we know, many things market. That's why you need the trend in the industry. Then you need to know, okay, now the need is for therapy. So you would have thought, if you didn't have that information, you would have thought, oh no, let's say mothers don't need anymore, and your business was based on that. You would have thought, wow, my business is dead, I'm going to fold.
That's right.
Whereas if you are keeping with a trend, no, I have to be fluid, I have to move, I have to change, I have to start giving classes, I have to start doing workshop, I have to contact the councils, the local authorities.
Yeah, this is interesting, because even Jade in the Midlands, she does sewing. She has a sewing business. Nice. I've seen her do workshops as well. So I've seen this in action with her from seeing what she does online. Also, another thing is that many people get discouraged from their ideas or their business ventures because they have this idea that people are not interested because they're using conventional methods, and the person says, no, it's not for me. But maybe they're doing something quite niche where they need to do this market research to go to the people who are looking for their service or idea. So this is why this is great. If a person limits themselves, I know word of mouth is good, or old-fashioned conventional means, but they might have something that's so different, and they don't do market research. they will hear a lot of no's because maybe the people in their immediate environment, it's not for them. But the market research will allow them to kind of get better routes to kind of find the people looking for them, or to modify their idea or business plan because of the market research, right? So that's what you're sharing with us today.
No, it's really big, because as you're speaking, I just recall a big testimony in the United States where a lady, she went through a lot of, issues, problems, financial problems. And when she was pregnant, she started making socks. I think it's a form of crochet. And those socks were quite unique. Like they were different. And now she has a multi-million pound business.
Wow.
You can see how it started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that demand, people like when she was doing it as, I think she started it as a hobby, but when she made it, people will say, "Oh, I like. Where did you get that from?" You know what I mean? It was different. Wow. I think in the States it had to do with wearing it with boots and all that, and it became, now it's a multi-million pound business employing so many people. So you see, so it's important that we understand we do our market research, understand your target market, understand the industry trend and the customer need. And that must always be, when you are in business, you must always know that this is key in growth. You must always know what your customers need. That's why if you notice, they want feedback.
Yes, they do.
They want feedback.
Sometimes I think it's getting on my nerves, but they're just on the right thing.
Yes, they want feedback because what it is, sometimes you see, when you like a product, you don't give feedback. But I noticed that when I asked them, why did you change? Because I liked it the way it was. And they say, no, but this is what the customers, this is what they say they want.
Wow. We got a comment here, right? This is from Anonymous. Oh, that's it. So Jade, she says
www.muchmorewithjade.co.uk.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. She's on a great journey there. So here's a question I have for both of you. So we're talking about market research, right? Target market, customer needs. So it's clearly important. Are there a few websites that you can recommend that I could check out to look at?
Yes. I don't know how free it is now that I'm not in university, but that you can still get really good insights. It's called Statista. Statista. So Statista.
Statista. Yep.
I'm gonna type it in the chat so that people know.
.co.uk, yeah.
.com.
Okay.
But basically, Statista, it's like everything you could. It's literally got market data from every industry you could ever think about.
Really?
You can type in a brand and it will give you like stuff from their own company, like annual report. Stuff that they've researched about is available to you, your humble self, from the comfort of your own home.
Sounds like Statista's going to be my best friend. It's what you said, isn't it? They take the information, and that's the value.
That's why data is so pricey than even oil now. People will do everything to get your information.
Wow.
Because with data, you can create, you know your market, you know what the customer needs. And don't forget, we must always remember, what is business? Business is a service. It's you wanting a service and you needing a product or a service. So it's trade by barter. That's how. So you cannot, if you want to do well, if you want to be rewarded for your service, there must be a need.
Beautiful. I'm down with that. I think that's good. Statista.com.
Yeah. And if you do your market research well enough, you will find out the niche of what kind of market you're entering into. And then in that market, something that a lot of brands do, like the brands who have done it really well, they will have done their own research, which will actually be available on their own website. But you just never went that part of the website before. But no, it's very useful, like EasyJet. for example, will have market research that they've done for themselves that will give like information about their customers that maybe you're not going to do in airline, but you're in the holiday industry, and that would benefit you.
Okay.
Yes.
Here's another thing, because a lot of times we can hear about the website and be like put off because it's hard to understand, or like you have to sit there in depression. Like, there are people who love statistics. There are people who love numbers. They'd be like, oh, numbers all day. I'll shower myself in numbers and algorithms and all that kind of stuff. But like me, it's like I have to really discipline myself to focus. Is it hard to understand and get through the
I think Statista, maybe that's got numbers. But as I was saying, if you go onto like companies who give their own market research from their industry, a lot of the time that data is not numbers. That's like,
it's fine-tuned.
I'm
not afraid of numbers, but I mean, it's just like in terms of the information thrown at you, how easy it is to kind of receive it.
Sometimes what's more useful is a company saying to you, or for example, EasyJet, people who fly to Portugal prefer to buy sunglasses when they're in the UK than on holiday. Like, that sounds so useless when you hear it like that, but if you're thinking with like a marketing mindset, you're like, okay, so they prefer to buy the sunglasses here. And if you're a sunglasses brand, that would be useful to you. So sometimes understanding how your customers or the target market behave. Consumer behavior is something. Consumer behavior and consumer psychology is very useful.
Wow. And we get all that through market research.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Look, this we have the expert here in marketing, so which is very good, and we can see that. So thank you so much. We can see, for example, there is I think it's Mintel, Ibis World.
Mintel is very good.
Ibis World.
Is that like another website?
Yes.
These two are good as well.
Ibis World.
How do you spell Mintel?
Yeah, I think it's
Mintel.
Yeah.
T-E-L. Yep.
And then Ibis World is IBIS.
Yep.
And then World.
Okay, .com, right?
I'm not sure, but you guys will find out. If you Google it, I'm sure it'll come up.
From what you're saying, it's very important that we can leverage a lot. It's not, we don't need to do the dirty work, you know. We can leverage a lot. Like, remember last month we spoke about Starbucks. They already researched the area.
Yeah.
They know where,
the customers are in that spot.
Yes, they already know. So you can say, okay, people who take coffee, what else do they do around there?
Yeah.
And it also helps with an up and coming area as well. We gave the example in our location here. You would have thought, what is Starbucks doing in the location where it is now? They have a new one now, but the first one they had in this area.
Yes.
By the
Yes, behind the station.
Behind the station. At the time they opened, you would have thought this place is the location is not. But they already knew good. That's from Starbucks.
Yeah. It's them, all right.
They were like, you're talking about us.
See Google.
so you can see, but that location today. So which show they had done the research. They had the plan.
Yeah.
And it was intentional. You know why? Because Starbucks is a coffee shop, but they're thinking, why would Finsbury Park need a coffee shop? Because Finsbury Park has a massive park in it, and while you're walking through the park, you're probably walking your dog and drinking a coffee. But there was no coffee shop for that to happen. So it's almost like they understand the need of that area as well, not just that's why you have to think, when you're doing market research, are you trying to get a specific target audience? And then in that target audience, the locations that they are located at, why does that location need our product, our service.
Okay, and then obviously you'll have access to the projection of what's going to be coming up and coming in the area as well.
Yes.
So you can plan around that as well.
Like, so for example, if you're thinking about Finsbury Park, it's got that new development, and when they were, projecting, we're gonna chop off a bit of Fons Hill Road and we're gonna start making a cinema. People thinking, why does Finsbury Park need a cinema? Why do we need all these flats? But it's very intentional.
Yeah.
Because Finsbury Park is a really, up and coming area that has events throughout the year, that is close to the Arsenal Stadium, that has so many different things going for it. So when you not only research your the target audience, but research the areas that they live in. Okay,
cool.
Yeah,
that is beautiful.
So you see, it's nice to know. I wish we could have a bird's eye shot of how when they had the shop at the time they opened, which looked like was Starbucks doing it, and what it is today.
Wow.
So they were ahead.
They were ahead, yeah.
Very much ahead of time.
So that can be us as well.
That can be us. And what we are saying now, to make it easier for us, the information is there now. It's not, we don't have to do you don't have sometimes, yes, you don't really have to do the
legwork.
The legwork, you can leverage from.
Yeah, because there were days when you would have to go out there and interview people and do surveys and all that kind of stuff. Back in the day, I remember, but now everything's at your fingertips.
Like, look, we've got websites now that maybe you are a student, you can get all this probably for free, where you can get proper.
Javina's like, yep, I'm going to tell you about that now.
It's because I don't have them for free anymore.
proper research.
Wow.
Then it doesn't stop there. You keep on knowing what your customer needs in order for you to evolve. Feedback.
You follow other brands that are also doing quite well in the industry that you want to be in, to understand how they interact with their customers as well. Because maybe you're not doing the same specific thing, but you can almost like take some golden nuggets from them as well.
You know what? I haven't been taking this stuff seriously enough. Here's my road to Damascus moment. I'm just thinking, like, now I'm listening to everything that you guys are putting and really fine tuning this. That we have really scratched the surface in terms of what we can do to get our products, services out there into the market and become successful. Many times people say I don't have enough leads, or people don't want my product, but like I just said, everything's at our fingertips. We can really make a good run for it.
It's amazing how marketing turns a company that is making a loss into a multi-billion pound company. For example, Purple Bricks. Purple
Bricks,
yes, they were making a loss, and they sold for, I think they sold for, and because their marketing was right, even though they were not doing well, but they sold beyond, I don't remember the numbers now, so I don't want to say, but they sold for huge amounts of money.
Wow.
But that was their strategy.
Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that show and you actually captured that breakfast show vim. We laugh, we joke, we learn, and we equip ourselves for day-to-day life. If you want to see more, guess what? We're actually live with a live chat and a live video feed Monday to Fridays on libertyradio.co.uk from 8 a.m. in the morning. So don't miss a breakfast show beat. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and definitely connect online. And I'd like to see you there on the show. Type your name in, communicate on the morning. If you didn't already, we're also on Instagram. Check us out on Official Liberty Radio on Instagram. There's so much happening on that platform. Definitely go check it out. And I'd love to see you there. All right, have a good one.